Hi, I'm Dr. Lawson, a dietitian here at the Research Center. I'd like to talk to you about a brand new diabetes treatment system called Diabetes Free by Dr. Pearson. It's designed to help you control your diabetes easily and live a healthier lifestyle. Diabetes is the result of the body's inability to produce its own insulin. The cause isn't entirely clear, but we do believe it's caused by various internal factors such as genetics and external factors such as your food consumption and your environment. Diabetes Free helps you take charge of at least one of these factors by helping you identify foods and recipes that are free from various carcinogens and toxic byproducts, which can then help you normalize your blood sugar levels. In addition, Diabetes Free recommends certain diet and lifestyle changes. The book is jam-packed with information, and I don't have enough time to reveal everything here. But I will tell you that the techniques revolve around one central theme: getting the food you eat to encourage the body's natural production of insulin. I'm not going to make an outlandish claim like everyone else here and tell you that this program will cure your diabetes. Curing diabetes is impossible, but with the helpful techniques found in Dr. Pearson's Diabetes Free, you may be able to boost your body's natural insulin levels and help you bring your diabetes under control as you follow a healthier lifestyle of healthy dieting and exercise. As a homeopathic dietitian, I encourage you to try Diabetes Free for yourself. This friendly and easily affordable program comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and is available here for limited time only through the link in the description below.
Hey guys, so living with type 2 diabetes can be stressful, worrisome, annoying. I mean, I was just done with it. I was done with the constant finger pricking and all the insulin shots and all the worry that came with knowing that down the line I could possibly have to get amputations or really dangerous surgeries. So I took the initiative and I went online and I researched and I found Diabetes Destroyer. And it's a program that helps you jumpstart your pancreas, which helps destroy diabetes. Anyway, I did it for 8 weeks and I loved it because I didn't have to give up any of my favorite foods. I didn't have to exercise like crazy. Like, it doesn't take a ton of self-control and it helps you. Anyway, I had a great experience with it. You should try it out. Look at the link below. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Thanks for watching. If you're ready to take action, click the link in the description below this video now.